Crimson Dawn, humanity's first colony on Mars. In the year 2087, Earth stood at the brink of transformation. Centuries of exploration had culminated in this moment, the first permanent human settlement on another planet. For decades, space agencies and private companies had laid the groundwork: robotic missions, cargo drops, and orbital infrastructure. But now, Astra 1, the first manned colonization mission to Mars, was about to make history. Led by Commander Alina Reyes, a crew of 22 scientists, engineers, medics, and specialists embarked on a 6-month journey aboard the Unity, a nuclear-propelled spacecraft designed for deep space travel. Every crew member had been trained rigorously not just to survive, but to build, adapt, and thrive. The landing site, named New Ares, was selected for its balance of sunlight, subsurface water ice, and flat terrain. As the descent capsule pierced the Martian atmosphere, shrouded in plasma and dust, hearts pounded in synchronized anticipation. The capsule touched down with barely a jolt, a moment that would echo in human history, July 12, 2088. For the first time, humans walked on Mars not as visitors but as settlers. The birth of a Martian home. The first Martian sunrise greeted the settlers with its haunting beauty, a pale sun casting coppery hues across an endless desert. The crew immediately began unloading pre-delivered cargo, modular habitat domes, solar arrays, and mobile labs. They worked in shifts, racing against dust storms and the cold nights that plunged below -70 degrees Celsius. The central habitat, nicknamed the Hive, was inflated, secured with regolith-based shielding, and pressurized. Inside, artificial gravity, simulated by centripetal rotation in part of the station, temperature control, and recycled air gave it an Earth-like feel. Hydroponic walls lined the main living space, already seeded with microgreens. Food was a priority. While initial supplies sustained the crew for months, self-sufficiency was the goal. In a massive transparent dome, dubbed the Eden Greenhouse, the colonists cultivated fast-growing crops: potatoes, kale, algae, strawberries. Using aeroponics and LED-light arrays mimicking Earth's sun, plants grew faster than on Earth. Water extracted from the Martian ice caps was filtered and used in a closed-loop system. Waste was composted and used as fertilizer. Within a year, Eden was supplying over 70% of the crew's nutrition. But it wasn't just food that Eden grew, it became a sanctuary. Surrounded by green life, the colonists would often retreat there to recharge emotionally, soothed by birdsong simulations and the sweet scent of blooming basil. Unveiling Martian mysteries. Beyond survival, the mission's core purpose was research. Mars held secrets of planetary history, water, life. The first major discovery came from Cave Theta, an underground lava tube 8 kilometers from New Ares. Inside, scientists found mineral formations and evidence of ancient microbial life. Fossilized cyanobacteria hinted at a time when Mars may have had oceans, lakes, perhaps even a breathable atmosphere. Geologist Dr. Liu Wen catalogued hundreds of mineral samples, some with unique magnetic properties unknown on Earth. One compound, later named aircite, exhibited superconductivity at higher temperatures than any known material. Back on Earth, this discovery would revolutionize energy transmission. Meanwhile, robotic drones mapped the terrain and deployed autonomous weather stations. Martian winds carried static charges, and storms could last weeks. Understanding them was key to survival and to the eventual terraforming discussions that began to stir in policy circles. Technology reforged on alien soil. Survival on Mars demanded innovation. Every system had to be resilient, efficient, and autonomous. Solar energy was harnessed and stored in next-gen graphene batteries. 3D printers, loaded with blueprints and Martian dust composites, printed everything from tools to structural panels. One of the most celebrated breakthroughs came from engineer Talia Mukherjee. She developed the Adaptive Atmospheric Processor, AAP, a unit capable of extracting trace oxygen not only from CO, like MOXIE, but also from Martian dust using plasma separation. This dramatically increased breathable air output and reduced dependency on bulky Earth-supplied tanks. Medical facilities employed AI-assisted diagnostics, 3D-printed pharmaceuticals, and remote surgeries supervised by Earth specialists via near-instant quantum COMM relays, a system developed just a decade before launch. The success of Martian medicine laid the foundation for interplanetary healthcare. Even mental health was treated with innovation. The colonists used immersive VR therapy, AI companions, and communal storytelling events. Isolation and longing for Earth were inevitable, but within the hive, a new culture began to form rooted in curiosity, resilience, and unity. The New Martians. By 2095, the second wave of settlers arrived. Children were born on Mars. For the first time, humanity had roots in two worlds. A Martian university was founded, focusing on astrogeology, closed-loop systems, and interplanetary law. From their red classrooms, students gazed out at Olympus Mons and dreamed of walking its slopes. Terraforming efforts remained theoretical, but preliminary tests showed promise. Lichen and engineered microbes slowly crept across test plots, forming the first biological footprints beyond Earth. The relationship between Earth and Mars evolved. No longer a distant outpost, Mars became a partner, a twin civilization. Trade began in the form of data, technology, and materials. Martian-grown herbs, with unique flavors from the low-gravity environment, even became a delicacy on Earth. Legacy in the dust. Commander Reyes, now elderly, stood before the Martian Council on the colony's 20th anniversary. Her voice, weathered but proud, echoed through the Biodome auditorium. "We came here searching for life. We found it not only in fossils, but in each other, in what we built, grew, and became. We are no longer just Earthlings. We are Martians." As the sun set, Earth's in memory and Mars's in reality, a new chapter of humanity unfolded, not on a single planet, but among the stars. The adventure had just begun.